What's up, Doha?
Assalamu alaikum viewers and hello everybody. Welcome once again to your favorite talk show segment of What's Up Doha with me, your host Zunira Malik. Viewers, for some Qatar is the land of opportunity. For others, it's their second home. Some even call it their paradise. Whatsoever the reason is, Qatar has surely given everyone something to be thankful for. Likewise, viewers, my guest today is known for her continuous efforts for making life of a woman in Qatar a paradise, especially when it comes to seeking employment ventures. She is the founder and CEO of Global Women Qatar, which is now known as Global Career Qatar, a company which specializes in placing people from the Qatari and expat community in reputed local and international platforms. My words will not be able to describe her valuable attributes, so let's hear it straight from her. And welcome our very honorable guest, Mrs. Elsbeth Blekkenhorst. So Elsbeth, how are you doing? How have you been?
I'm great, thank you. I'm doing really well today.
Okay. First, I would like you to tell something about yourself. How long have you been into Doha? How is your life going on in here?
Right, well, I arrived in Doha 5.5 years ago. So in September 2010 we moved to Doha because of my husband's job. And since then, yeah, I've been really enjoying living here. So it's very exciting and yeah, what you were saying, it's a land full of opportunities.
Of course,
yes.
It's a land of opportunities for many. I mean.
Yes.
So
yes.
right after you and your husband moved here, you started with PwC? Or?
Yes. Yes, I did.
And you were working there as what?
I was working in advisory in the people and change, so very much looking at organizations in terms of their human capital. So I worked there for nearly a year before I met, until I met my business partner, and we set up Global Women Qatar over 4 years ago now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why did you decide with your business partner? Was she is it she or he?
She also,
okay.
yeah.
She was also working somewhere, or she was with you in the same company?
No, we hadn't met each other before, so it was the first time. So she was working in a very different company than I did. She's a tax lawyer, so also a very different profession. And yeah, we met each other at an Arabian business forum at the Four Seasons and started chatting. She heard me talking Dutch to somebody else, and she was like, "Oh, you're also talking Dutch." So that's how we sort of like connected. And at the end of the session, she asked me, "Have you ever thought about setting up your own company?" I was like, "Yeah, many times, but I never really had a good idea." So she said, "Well, what about recruitment?" I was like, "Oh, recruitment." Never really thought about that. And we started chatting about it, and we decided to meet again a week later to further discuss. So I gave it a week to sort of do my research into the market, like who is out here, what are our competitors, how is the market. And we met again and we discussed again, and then we decided, okay, let's focus on women.
What actually motivated you only for women? Why women?
Yeah, at that time I had a lot of requests from women about jobs because I was working for a company. They asked me, "How did you do it? How did you find your job? Can you help me?" At that time I was
in some kind of blog or something?
No, just like person to person.
Person to person. Okay.
Yeah, so I went to a lot of network events already for work.
Okay.
Yeah. So and I was the chairman of the Dutch Business Council at the time. So through that I was also meeting a lot of people, and they were asking me. Because we are both women, we thought, it's a different country than where we come from. We feel comfortable with each other because we're women as well, and that's why we thought, okay, let's take the risk and jump, and that's what we did. Yeah.
I must say it's a huge risk in your life when you are ready to quit your job and come into the business and starting it from scratch.
Yeah.
So how did the journey started? Both of you invested your own from your own pockets?
Yeah, we invested from our own pocket. So we started from the kitchen table, and then when it started formalizing more and more, we had to, legalize things. And but it took us a long time to find the right information how to set up a company in Doha. So it's shattered information everywhere. So we gathered and gathered until we had like a better picture of everything. And
did anybody guided you during that time? Any Qatari lady or anything like that?
Yeah, some people we met at that time, one lady, she also set up her own company, so she guided us a little bit, and she introduced us to certain people who helped us. But then at the end of the day, you have to do everything yourself. That's also very much Doha. You need to find out things yourself to get the full picture of everything. So when we got the full picture, we decided on how we wanted to set it up. And it evolved from there basically. So first we were a branch from a company, then we were a full LLC. And since last year the company is licensed by Qatar Financial Central Authority, by the QFCA.
Oh, it's a good achievement, I must say.
Yeah, I'm really proud of that.
Yes, you have to be proud of something like this. It means you will grow even more. The future is bright now.
Yeah, oh, thank you.
So what was your vision when you started the Global Women Qatar? What was your actual vision, and where did you have the thoughts that maybe we would achieve something like this, or maybe if it doesn't work? I'm sure it's a big risk when you start any kind of a business or a market like Gulf, where women and you focused on women only, where it's rare to see women coming out that often as compared to other countries. So what were your vision that time with your partner?
Well, we didn't have a vision.
That time. Okay.
We thought, we just go running, and we just jumped in it, and we thought we just see how we go, and then gradually we were growing, and then we had in the second year we were growing really immensely, and we thought, oh, okay, this is really getting somewhere now. So we need to formalize it even more, and how are we going to do that? So there was never really a vision. It was just more the vision and the feeling we want to help these women. And
how do you handle such candidates, like low-profile candidates, the woman who wants to work but the CVs are not that strong and their backgrounds are not that strong, the qualification is not up to the mark? How do you handle do you face candidates like that?
Many of them.
So do you are you able to put them in the right places, or how do you manage that?
I always sit down with them and speak to them okay, look at your CV. How can you improve it?
You mean you consult with them?
As well. Not all the time. Only when they really ask for it, and if I can see, that I can help them. So the other day I did a workshop for a couple of women, and a few of them they had been here for quite some time now, and they still hadn't found a job, but they started feeling insecure. So I want to make sure, okay, just make sure you feel secure again, because people can tell when you feel insecure or not happy or frustrated. It will show from your whole appearance and your attitude.
Your face says everything.
It does, So change that first, and then your CV. Just think about what you can do. It's not very black and white. Maybe you have done voluntary work. Maybe at university or high school you've done extracurricular activities. What were your key skills? Was it negotiation skills or selling? Were you talking to different kind of people all the time? Are you probably really good at account management or relationship management? Try to think outside of the box.
And that's a huge job. To think about your candidate like that, so closely, talking with them word to word, and this is something amazing.
Thank you.
It's recently, a couple of days back, you changed the name to Global Career Qatar.
Yes.
So now, is it open to everyone?
It is actually, The main focus is still on women, because that's the roots of the company, and that's what it's still all about. But the market in Doha, like everybody knows, has changed so much over the last year, and a lot of men are coming into the market again because they've been laid off by the company, or or it's time for them to move on.
As the situation is right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I don't want to leave them out. I also want to make sure I can help them as well. So it was a very tough decision because it's hard to let go of the women's bit in the name, and I set it up with my partner Danielle, who left before the summer. So it's our baby, and it's
your
changing
partner left
now.
somewhere, or?
She left. She moved to Europe, back to Europe because of her son.
So are you able to handle it all alone, or you have somebody, some support over there with
It's
you?
just me for the moment. Yeah.
Must be hard.
It's tough, but I'm very focused now because it's just me. So I know
I'm sure
exactly.
Experience makes you learn a lot of things.
Yeah,
By now,
yeah.
how long? Like how many years have you been into this business?
Over 4 years now.
4 years
I
now.
could not have done it 2 years ago on my own. It's like, Danielle and I, we set it up and we've grown it for 3.5 years together. So when she left, I had somebody helping me out, and now it's just me. But it's okay. I know what to do. I know the market. I know like how to deal with different candidates and how to
And
get.
then you know what to do and when to do, how to do it. So main thing is that
It's okay.
when you're focused on your goals.
Yeah.
So how supportive is your husband towards this?
Oh, he's very supportive.
Okay.
Without him, I couldn't do it either.
I think any woman,
Yeah.
whether any culture or any religion, I think it's a must.
Yeah, it's
the
a
husband
must.
has to be very much supportive towards her.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, we had a chat about that the other day, also during this same workshop.
Okay.
And you just have to have supportive husbands
Definitely.
standing behind you. I have 2 small
It gives
kids.
you a lot
and
of strength.
It does, yeah. And we talk about it every day, and I seek advice from him, and he helps me out. And he, when I'm really stuck, I phone him up at work.
That's
like,
great.
can you help me? Just what would you have done? And he's like, oh, go left, go right. I'm like, oh, okay. So,
And I think for a woman it's a little bit tougher than like for men, as we have kids to look after, we have family. So how do you manage everything? How do you balance your life?
oh, that's a struggle every single day, every single day. I think men are easier doing. For them it's less of a struggle, I think. They just do it. And we keep thinking about it all the time. We feel guilty, we feel like we have to balance things all the time.
I mean, it's within us. It's
It's
nothing
us.
to do with
it's got nothing to do with
efforts,
no, it's just it's us. Speaking for myself, it's very much me. And I find it hard. It's like, we have 2 small kids as well, and they 2 and 7, and they both go to school, and then when they come home, like my eldest, she has homework, and you want to be there for them all the time, and so yeah.
Do you sit with them every day? And
Yeah, I
make
sit-
sure their homeworks are being done. and
Yes, yeah, and then sometimes you forget. It's not that you forget, but that you don't have the time for it, and then the next day you have to make up for it, and then my daughter doesn't want to do it, and it's like, come on, guys. So
How supportive are they for your mommy like you? They know that mommy is so busy and occupied all her day.
Yeah.
How supportive are they?
Yeah, my daughter understands now. She's 7.
She's elder, yeah?
She's nearly 8. In
And
May
the little one is how old is he?
he is 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's like, he's
Baby, still
he's
baby.
Yeah, still mommy's baby. And he's like, oh, mommy, put away the phone. No more phone, no more phone. I'm like, oh, please, I have to phone up this client or candidate. And 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. So he is okay, but my daughter understands. She's like, oh, okay, mommy is on the phone for the next, 20 minutes or so, and then it's fine. But I try to, dedicate really like my time to them. So put away my phone and just make sure the next hour.
So you're present with them.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, how should women manage everything together? What I would like you to tell or give your advice for the woman, what do you think is the best way?
Oh, I think for everyone it's different maybe. It's very a personal thing. What I really like is to-do lists. So especially before you go to bed, you write down everything you need to do the next day. So the next day, it puts your mind to ease when you sleep. You know, the other day I was like, okay, don't worry about it at night because it's on that piece of paper. When you wake up, you can see that piece of paper and just start working on it. Just follow the list and it's okay.
You mean just organize everything on the paper and the next day start a new day with new things?
Yeah, and then again, you know, new things happen and you have to change everything again.
Yeah.
But at least the basis of your to-do list, it's there. Yeah, and then again, you know, I discussed with my husband, okay, this week, where are you going to be? Where am I? What is your week like? Do you have appointments in the evening? And I have a very great nanny at home. She's worth gold. She's amazing.
Credit goes to her as well.
Yeah, oh, very much. Yeah, she's there.
Same as the case here.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not possible.
Yeah, it's not possible.
Where do you see Global Women Qatar or Global Career Qatar now in next coming 5 years?
Oh, that's a long time away from now.
But still, I would like to know the goal or the idea. Where have you visioned it for now?
That I still be able to help both men and women to secure jobs in Doha, and that they have a happy life here and that they have a good career for themselves. So when they move on elsewhere, that they, you know, that they don't have a big gap in their CV and that they're happy. And so that's my goal. That will be always my goal and my vision. Yeah, also be able now to help men. That would be amazing. We already placed a few men, even when we were still called Global Women Qatar.
That's great.
So that was funny.
So have they approached you, or
yes,
even knowing that it's only for a woman?
Yes, and they felt like, oh, are you also helping men? I said, yeah, we just put WO between brackets and we help you as well. So we already did place a couple of men, but I just wanted to make.
I think that's important as well, because the ratio of women is just like we were talking inside, that the woman ratio is less.
It's less. It's a lot less, and it's a niche market, and that's where we jumped into 4 years ago. But that niche market is fairly small now, and I feel it's sort of like getting smaller. And now with, you know, the changing market, all these really highly qualified and well-experienced men are coming to the market. And you know, if I can help them, that would be brilliant. I'd be very grateful.
What do you think are key to success? As you are very much experienced, and of course for setting up your own business for 4 years, you must have learned a lot, and you must be having a lot to share with our viewers.
Yeah.
So in your words, what do you think are key to success?
I think, you just need to be flexible, very flexible and adaptable. Just keep your eyes and ears out there all the time, what is changing or what is happening. And go with the flow and you know, stay close to yourself as well. You know, sometimes you start wandering off and you sort of start losing yourself and your vision and where you're going. So you just have to grab yourself back, basically.
Any of your exceptional experience, Elsbeth, that you want to share here at this platform with our viewers?
Yeah, I think this whole journey with the company, it's been amazing from day one, and I've been enjoying it just so much. Also when Danielle was still here, every day we had so much fun. We were just laughing all the time. Well,
Daniel, this interview goes to you as well.
Yeah,
thumbs up
good.
to you as well.
Thumbs up to
we miss you. Otherwise, I would have brought both of you together.
Yeah, that would have been great. It would have been nice to sit here together. So it feels like a big void.
And I'm sure with every step you take, she's there with you.
She's there, she's always there. She's always there with me. You know, again, like Doha gives you this opportunity. Maybe elsewhere I would never have done it.
Yes.
And that's why I really appreciate about Qatar that, you know, it is possible, you know, and if you really want to, you can do it. Just stay focused and just go for it.
Elsbeth, when you came to know about WhatsApp Doha, I would love to know your reviews on that. When you went through all our website and our concept, what do you think of this medium?
Oh, I love it. You guys are doing a great job. Before you approached me, I hadn't heard about you guys, and so when I looked into it, I was like, oh, this is exciting, because it gives a whole new angle to, like, you know,
This is
people.
again something which is untouched before.
Yeah, and it was, yeah. So you're tapping into a really a big gap basically. So no, it's great, like the different people you speak to, and it's giving more of a face to Doha who are out here, and you can learn from them, and yeah, it's exciting.
And
well done.
I'm learning, a lot through this.
Yeah.
I am learning a lot.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the way people are sharing their experiences here on this platform.
Yeah.
I love my job now. Before
It's
when we
great.
started, we were very confused at certain things.
Yeah.
But now we know where we're heading to and what to do now.
Oh, that's good. That's really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, keep focused.
And Elizabeth, one more thing. How do you spend your time? I'm sure you must be very busy with everything, but weekends, let's say, how do you spend your weekends?
My weekends.
Do you only relax at home, or do you hang out at special spots here?
I'm very much at home. I'm a homey person, so I like staying at home, especially Friday mornings. We all have had a very busy week, so it's nice to just be the four of us at home, just chill out, and
Are you
have
fond of Arabic food over here?
Oh, I love it. Oh God, yeah, I really like it. So we go for brunch often, or dinner on Fridays.
Any advice or guidelines for our viewers or all the women looking at you now?
Yeah, if you're looking for a job, please feel free to approach me directly or through the website, or give me a call, drop me an email. You can leave your CV on the website, globalcareerqatar.com. I'm also very much on social media, so on Twitter, on Facebook and on LinkedIn, so you can find me there as well. And just please contact me, and I'm very happy to help you.
So Elizabeth, before I say you goodbye, there's a gift hamper for you from our sponsors, Perry Gallery, exclusively for the guests on my talk show. Thank you so much for taking out your precious time for this interview today. Lovely meeting you today, lovely changing experiences. So thank you so much for appearing here.
Thank you, thanks for having me.
So viewers, this was Mrs. Elsbeth Blekkenhorst with us today. Truly an amazing personality and a real example of woman empowerment. I'm sure you must have enjoyed the episode as much as I did. Until my next episode, take a lot of care of yourself. Till then, bye-bye.